Beautiful thing, for me, it's how hard is, this kind of idea, especially, to, um, to having sort of kind of bridge between the Eastern and Western music. This is the point which I really like, and I'm hearing the musics between this project to find and realize how the composers made it happen. It refers to my childhood time ages, and I had a tendency to I had a kind of imagination of the sounds of the instruments, different instruments, and I liked the santur because I think maybe I heard that from somebody, but I had a dream of the sound of santur. At that dream, the sound was like the drops of the water of the rain.
When you first started playing Santur, how old were you?
Uh-huh.
You were a young boy?
I was like 9 or 10 years. Yeah, I was young.
And are your parents musicians?
No, they're not. It's made of walnut wood, and it has 2 rows of bridges, and generally Santur has 2 ninth rows, nine each row 9 bridges, but it's a little, you know, it's not an ordinary Santur. It has 11 bridges each row, which make me to have more chromatics and more altered notes, and it has so many strings. In the regular kind of santur we have 72 strings, and the resonation depends on the dividing of these 72 strings, which any bridge has 4 unison string, which make it like, make the resonation better and longer. Each of these notes has 4 strings, which and the point of the tuning of the santur is it's really suitable, or it's really suitable for only diatonic scales, and it's hard to have chromatic notes, but you could manage the kind of piece before the playing, and manage, or you could have some altered or chromatic notes, but they should be considered before playing. You have to be prepared before playing. Iranian instruments, it's a little it's much more easier to start, because if you well tuned, it's okay, because it's easy. You could make the sound easily. It's like piano, but you could compare piano to violin for the first days of, for the other instruments. I think they're much more harder to just get the sound at first. But for santur, it's easy to start, but it's getting harder to continue. Like after 2 years or 3 years, it's getting harder and harder. There's a tendency to any musicians to complete their taste of music with the other kind of instruments. I would rather to have some like kamanche, or the instruments which they're like, they have the notes all the time, not if we want to have if we want to play a long note, we have to play it like this, and it's like, it's like you imagine the piano. If you want to have a long note, you have to heat it for a very, very fastly for a long period. But in the sound, in the singing, or in the ney, I don't know, or in those instruments, you could have the other kind of sound, which is complete your taste. This is for ordinary santur. We could have more notes like this instrument, which is a little vaster, a little, bigger, and its special is not, the specialty of this santur is not just to have more notes or alternate notes or chromatic notes. It has a little more bass on it, because basically santur is a kind of treble, instrument. But if you want to adjust the notes on santur, you have to go through the bass notes, to the lower notes, and the range of it's like what is it? It's like it starts from C, and like three and four notes, 3 octaves and 4 notes I have here in this santur, and
but you're saying this is a special santur.
Yeah, it's not an
so
ordinary.
The standard one would be
Little,
saying
smaller.
E below middle C for two. You said there are 9 bridges usually on each. 9 bridges.
9 bridges each row, and you could have like 24 notes.
24 notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them are like we use it as a radif playing. Radif, it's our classical repertoire, and the taste of it sounds like an old music. It's much more harsh, and trill, and you could hear it. The other mostly used for nowadays music, or for recently, for the music of today's of Iran, but in traditional way, and it's like a little smoother because of the cloth of the top of the hammers, and the sound is like. And especially santur, because and this is one of the rare instruments you could play and hit it from very far, because you're free in the hands, and you could use your hammer with and have a sound so quiet from further.
So you do strike it strong.
Yeah, why not? It's just for few notes, for example, for showing the cadence, for showing the end of the concert or end of something. But in the in today's music of Iran, not in the original music, traditional music of Iran, we used to use this kind of hammers, and it was like our painting or any the other kind of arts in that ages.
Yeah.
There is no perspective in the sound. It has to be like and the dynamics are not like we didn't have any crescendo or decrescendo or this kind of to showing the volume of the sound.
Right.
The quality of that music and dynamic is about it's like a miniature. The different of the dynamics hidden through the very little notes, like you could hear it here.
Right.
Shall I?
Yes.
The tuning of the santur has two ways. you know, the one or original way is to using here, you know, to change the tuning, but it because of taking the time, you know, it's not, you know, we if we want to change a note immediately, we have the other possibility to change the, you know, the position of the bridges, but it's sort of, you know, rare in our kind of music. But there's a possibility to, it's we have to, I have to notice that there's a possibility to change the notes or alter notes just for a few minutes or seconds, like you if you wanted to. I could show it like. Okay, but in this case, I would lose the other notes, which is 1 octave higher
Right.
in this side.
Right.